Hey, happy Sunday, everybody. Good morning. So we had some boxing last night. We had some MMA, I think, on Friday night. I didn't get a chance to even talk about that. But I want to wish y'all a happy Sunday. How y'all doing? It's rather hot here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Again, it's not summertime yet, but for some reason, it's real hot. It's not summertime yet, but it's super hot here. This is ridiculous, man. But anyway, happy Sunday. Still good morning to everybody. Good afternoon. I think some of y'all might be elsewhere. Good afternoon if you're listening on the playback. If you're listening live, I want to thank y'all for giving me a minute of your time. I am a casual and I just like running my mouth. But I hope y'all enjoy my conversation and y'all, leave a comment in the live or leave a comment in the comment section on the playback. So we're going to talk about the Andrade versus Liam Williams fight last night first. We're going to start with that. Well, the fight card, I should say. And what's up, Boxing Lounge, Boxing God? What's up, my brother? What up, New Orleans 504 Boxing God? At work on a Sunday. Shit. Yo, man, what can I say, man? Yo, look. If we could quickly run through the card. Yo, Woodak, peace for you, peace to you. Good afternoon, London. So we got London in the house. We got New Orleans in the house. Boxing Lounge. You never really tell me where you was in the UK, but that's okay. Maybe you're keeping it secret. I think maybe you might be on the run, from the constables. So the zone card, it wasn't a stacked card by any means. And I guess if we could go to some of the fights on the undercard first, we could talk about, I guess, the Majidov fight. So Majidov is Azerbaijani. He's the guy whose claim to fame is beating Anthony Joshua in the I think it was the AIBA World Championships or something. He beat Joshua. Accomplished amateur heavyweight. And this was supposed to be a fight that gives him some more work with Fedosov. And it went bad. It went as bad can be. It went as bad. I didn't even know his trainer was John David Jackson. I didn't know that. It's only when I saw him being interviewed after. But that Majidov fight went as bad can go. I mean, starts off, and the jab was working. And it looked like, okay, Majidov going to dominate this dude and whatever. But bro, Fedosov landed a right hand that landed as flush as you could land a right hand. Landed flush, and he switched off Majidov's lights, right? And he fell back. And you know how some people fall back? Like, you've seen knockouts where dudes fall back on their own leg. Who fell back on their own leg? Was it Ricky Hatton? People tend to fall back on their own leg. But Majidov is a big man. And when he fell back on his own leg, it broke his ankle, I think. It broke his ankle. And you saw when he woke back up, he was holding his foot. And I thought, well, this guy is really frazzled. He thinks, he got punched in the face and holding his foot. Anyway, he gets back up, gets smashed again. And then you really see that, okay, something's wrong. Come to find out, dude broke his ankle in two places. Broke his foot in two places. And for a man of that size to break that part of your body can't be helpful. This sets him back a lot. John David Jackson, after on his interview, said, they're going to speak to Eddie that when he comes back, we're going to have to step up the progression, because he's not a young man and has skills, but they're going to have to step up the progression to get him out there, fight some guys coming down in their career, but has good standing still in sanctioning bodies, to get Majidov up there quickly so he can at least try and achieve something before he leaves the sport. Bruce Seldon. Didn't Bruce Seldon fall on his own leg versus Tyson? I don't know. Let me look it up. But when people fall on their own leg, you're always worried for them because it's like, man, you know. Let me see if we can find the Bruce Seldon KO. Let's see if we can find it. So Majidov is now in the hospital, I guess, and he's gonna try and recover. I'm not sure how long it takes for somebody to recover from an injury like that, but breaking bones in your old age is never a good thing, man. That's not the thing to do. My son broke his hand when he was like 6 years old, and that shit looked like he healed in like a week. If I break any part of me now, I'm done for the year. But being a man of his size and breaking that part of your body, and you depend on your footwork for your job, I don't know. I wish him the best, though. I wish him the best. Early on in the card, I think it was the first fight on the card, maybe the first fight. One of Eddie Hearn's prospects in America, Arthur Jones, he goes down. Arthur's had it rough, man. He went to Mexico, pulled out the draw. I guess he had some stuff going on at home with his family that he revealed, and came back. Woodcock says fracture takes 8 to 10 weeks to heal. Then there's rehab, which could take 6 to 12 months. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. This gonna be this gonna be tough for Majidov. It's gonna be tough. Sorry, I was looking for the Bruce Seldon fight. I found it. Let me see if we can see the knockout. Let's see if he fell back on his own leg. Let's see. Let's see. I'm not gonna play the sound though because I don't want to put myself in more problems because this might get my video flagged or some shit. Shout outs to Easy Omar for this clip, by the way. I don't know what that was. Was there not a knockdown before this? Nah, man, that couldn't have been the knockdown. So I don't know. Because they waved it off after this. Don't look like it, Woodcock. Maybe somebody else. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. So Arthur Jones lost against Jorge Castaneda. He lost the fight. So he has a draw and he has a loss on his record. Eddie Hearn said, the guy's not going to be dropped or nothing, but he has to do his work. He has to travel now. He has to really hit the grind and see if he can, bring himself back up. What I like about Eddie Hearn in terms of that he tends to match his prospects really tough is that you get to find out who these guys really are. See, I don't like when prospects run up, especially prospects who come from highly decorated backgrounds. I don't like when they run up these scores of like 20 fights with no one on their record. That don't help these people. And you see, in boxing, it's a weird thing where if you take losses, people tend to write you off. And I don't see it like that. Boxing is probably one of the only combat sports where if you take losses, somehow your career is finished. I don't like that. So I wish Arthur Jones the best. I hope he comes back stronger, and I hope he, really cleans up his game and be what he's supposed to be. We move on, and we talk about what's his name? Pearson versus what's the IBO guy's name? Oh my god, Gongora. I was anxious to see the Gongora fight because I like that Akhmedov fight. Gongora is a tough dude and he has some skills, right? And Pearson, after talking so tough in the build-up in the press conferences, and was talking so tough about, oh, when I hit Gongora, I hit differently, and all this BS. And he came in there to be a sparring partner for Carlos Gongora. This man comes in there and he's throwing one punch at a time, and he's just being defensive. It looked like somebody who just came in there to give Gongora some sparring rounds. But I am impressed with Carlos Gongora. The guy looks like he can fight. And it's interesting that last night I was saying on Blackstream that look at what Eddie Hearn is doing to IBO. He has 2 people now fighting for IBO belts. Look at what Eddie Hearn is doing. And then last night on his interview, I think it was IFL, it was brought up, and he said he had glowing reviews for the IBO. And he said exactly what I said, that I intimated that Eddie Hearn is thinking about something with the IBO. He seems to work with the IBO a lot. He has his fighters fighting for IBO belts. Eddie Hearn is not stupid. He's up to something with the IBO. He's not stupid. He doesn't. Eddie Hearn is not a guy who really wastes time too much. He's gonna try something. I think he's up to something with the IBO belt. But congratulations to Carlos Gongora, beating a dude who just came in there to, I guess, be seen in his boxing trunks or whatever, stopping him. Hopefully the IBO can work their website out to see who's ranked in the IBO, who they have ranked. It'll be interesting. Now we move on to the main event, Andrade versus Liam Williams. Let me tell you something, man. I enjoyed the fight. I know a lot of people dislike Demetrius Andrade for whatever strange reason. I don't. I think Demetrius Andrade is a very interesting guy. His fighting style matches his personality. Very quirky, very odd. He's not really the average dude. It mirrors how he is in life, and that's fitting. But what you can't say is that Andrade is not skilled. People dislike Demetrius Andrade, I think, because Demetrius Andrade probably can beat your favorite fighter. Whoever your favorite fighter is in the weight class, Demetrius Andrade can beat that fighter. And it's weird. If it wasn't Andrade that had the WBO belt, you would be clamoring for your fighter to go and fight that guy for the WBO belt. But Demetrius Andrade has a WBO belt, and Charlo fans and Triple G fans have not told their fight, look, go and knock out Andrade and take his belt. All you ever hear them say is how Andrade is trash and no one wants to fight but their favorite fighter fights bums. I'll say it again, Liam Williams is better than all these guys' last opponents. Whoever your favorite fighter is in the weight class, or any weight class that has a middleweight on it, Demetrius Andrade might have fought the best guy out of all of them in recent times. Do I need to go through those guys again? Charlo just fought who? Sergey Deverenchenko. In my opinion, a good fighter. I give Charlo credit. But let's face it, Sergey is coming off 2 straight losses, 2 straight hard-fought victories. Hard-fought losses. Real body-breaking fights. And let's not forget, there was no VADA for that fight. So at this point in Sergey's career, who is he anymore? Is that who Charlo wants? Charlo wants to catch you at the right time so he can have a better chance? Who did Triple G fight last? Camille Zremata. An absolute nobody. That was a mandatory. That's cool. So was Liam Williams. But one was better than the other. I know Liam Williams will knock out Camille Zremata. There's the link for anybody who wants to jump on. If you come in here, you want to challenge my narrative, you can jump on. Canelo fought Avni Yildirim. Let's not go there. Avni Yildirim came for the cakes and fireworks. Ryota Murata was elevated to a super championship belt. He didn't fight anybody. Literally didn't fight anybody for that belt. He's best known for splitting fights with Rob Brandt. Rob Brandt is not even ranked anymore in the middleweight division. He's not even ranked anymore. Yet people have the nerve to jump on Demetrius Andrade. So Liam Williams comes over to America. Liam Williams is on a knockout streak. Cleaned out Alantes Fox. Cleaned out everybody else at 160, whoever he fought. Man came over there with the utmost confidence. I didn't see not one ounce of bitch in Liam Williams. Not one ounce of doubt in Liam Williams. And he fought like that. He knew he was going to knock out Andre. But every time he thought he was close to Andre stepped a level up. Caught Andre a few times. Andre did the savvy veteran thing. I mean, I see people say, oh, Andre got tagged. Okay. You get tagged when you're fighting good competition. You don't get tagged when you're fighting Dennis Hogan. You don't get tagged when you're fighting Camille Ramata. You don't get tagged when you're fighting Avni Yildirim and a finished Caleb Truax. But when you're fighting someone who is young, who is fresh, coming on a win streak, well coached, you're going to get some opposition. And Liam Williams fought for 12 rounds. Made Andrade work. Let's not forget Demetrius Andrade is coming off of like what? A year and something layoff. Let's not forget that. So what I want y'all to do, all these favorite fighters y'all have, Charlo and Triple G and all of that, what I want y'all to do is go on their social media and I want y'all to gas them up and tell them, hey man, you could beat Andrade. I hate Andrade so much. I want you to go over there and I want you to knock him out. I think people dislike Andre and they don't even know why. They dislike Andre because they know Andre could probably beat their favorite fighter. You got Triple G fans who are oh, Triple G don't have to fight Andre. Look at all Triple G has done. Yo, Triple G has the most disputed resume in boxing. A lot of people think Triple G resume is garbage. I think it's unfortunate that we're to the point in boxing where we don't want our favorite fighters to actually fight. We are cheering when our favorite fighter says, I'm not going to fight somebody. We're now cheering when a fighter says they won't do their job. Charlo says, I'm not going to fight Andre. Yay! Don't fight him. Don't fight him. Go fight Juan Montiel. Don't give Charlo, don't give Andre the chance to beat you. Yay! That's the shit that people celebrate now in boxing. We celebrate not fighting now. We celebrate going on social media and being drunk. We celebrate Triple G getting the worst contract in boxing history to not fight. That's what we celebrate. What we're supposed to be doing is telling our favorite fighter, I believe in you so much that I want you to go over there and beat the dog shit out this dude. Boxing fans are disappointed. Fanboy over fan of boxing. Real sad, Wuda. Real sad. Tony Review in the house. Hey, Tony, jump on with me if you want, Chief. But that's the shit we celebrate now, right? Jamal Charlo says, I'm not going to fight Andre. And we cheer for that shit. How are you cheering someone to not do their job? How? Triple G. I'm glad Eddie Hearn didn't leave out Triple G in his post-fight in-ring interview. And he says, bro, you're organizing a fight for December 31st. December 31st. Triple G prefers to put himself back into inactivity. Mind you, he don't have to. But Triple G wants to put himself back into inactivity to fight again on New Year's Eve, almost a full year. Imagine that. And that's the shit that people cheer. Jake Paul is more likely to fight Andre before Charlo at this point. Real talk, Tony. Real talk. I'm absolutely amazed at the fan bases of these two particular characters. There's no way, if I'm Jonathan Banks, and Jonathan Banks already told Triple G, fight Andre. Triple G said no. And people clap. Peace, Toby Bartlett. Eddie Hearn said it correct. Champions should be fighting champions. There's no other way. At 160, if you go on the 160 boxing rankings, I tend to use Box Live because they have all of them correlated there. You don't even see these guys with pictures. They don't even have pictures, bro. They don't have avatars. Outside of the champions, no one cares. The only two people that has a name in the sanctioning bodies, well, the only few people were Liam Williams, Jaime Munguia, and Chris Eubank Jr. Chris Eubank Jr. was calling out Kell Brook the other day. Kell Brook. And was calling out Triple G. Is Triple G preferring to fight Chris Eubank Jr. for no belt rather than fight Demetrius Andrade for a belt? Jaime Munguia was supposed to be fighting Andrade. I'm going to remind people that every time, because Jaime has a lot of fans for some reason, and I don't know why. Because he hasn't done anything in his career. He's in a perpetual state of tune-ups. A perpetual state of tune-ups. 154, he had a WBO, didn't try and unify, not once. He moved up for 154, should have activated his mandatory shot, didn't. He was supposed to be Demetrius Andrade's mandatory, not Liam Williams. Liam Williams got that because, well, Jaime Munguia said no. I think it's so unfortunate where we are in boxing, where you have 4 champions and there's one guy who's saying, I'll fight all of you. And all of the rest of the guys are saying, nah, I don't want to fight you, but you trash. I thought the fight was great. I liked the fight. I like that Liam Williams pressured Andrade all the rounds, because Andrade has not been pushed like that for a long, long, long time. He hasn't been pushed like that. And fighters need that. 1-2 Kid, what's up, bro?
What up, Kong? What you doing, man? I see your
just here talking about the sad state of these fan bases of the other 160 champs.
Yeah, man. I don't know. They should. the way that they're saying that Lamb Williams did what he had to do against him, and some people are out there actually saying that he won the fight.
Stop.
Yes, I heard it with my own too.
Stop.
With the 1-2 ears. I was like, what? It was a robbery. I was like, yo, he's stunned. I think he stunned Andre maybe twice in the fight. I thought he was stunned. And I do feel like the first time he stunned him, they said, oh, Andre's got him hurt. He could finish him. And I'm like, no, actually, I think it's the other way around. But he rocked that dude. He hit him with so many uppercuts, like he was a bag. Like he was just, I just thought he basically, dominated the fight. I think that Williams is tough and he came to fight and he didn't lay down. You know what I mean? And he had a few little moments, but I don't think the fight was even close.
The fight was
a good fight. Yeah,
it was a good fight, but it was a wide margin. Like like in the NBA, right? Like if you watch highlights, you'll see, or you watch a box score where one team wins by like 10. But if you actually watch the game, it wasn't that close, right?
Right.
Like in the game, the other team was up by like 40 points, and like at the end of the game, they put in all their all the like lower level bench guys to finish up the game. So the other team was able to pull it back a little bit. But when you actually watch the fight, it wasn't that close. If you listen to people, you'll swear, oh my God, Liam Williams, it was a tight fight. No, it wasn't.
Nah.
No, it wasn't a tight fight.
It was worth a watch, though.
Yeah.
It was a good fight. I thought Liam Williams came to fight. I thought he was super game. And but when he got dropped, I was like, damn. I'm like, I was almost happy when he dropped that he got up. Because I was like, to go call this dude a bum if he gets up. I mean, if you don't get up. So I was like, I don't know, man. And then it's 42 because then I said that, and then I hopped on. I heard you on a live saying the exact same thing. I think it was Black's Live. I couldn't hop on, but I was like, that's crazy, man.
Bro, like me and Tony were saying, like, we glad the fight wasn't stopped. We glad the fight wasn't stopped because we were treated to a good fight. We saw that Liam Williams has stuff about him, that he wasn't some absolute just trash can. The guy has talent. He can fight. He's tough. He can fight. He can hit. Andre also showed that he can take a punch because he got rocked good. He took the punch. He did veteran moves, tied up, got himself back together, and started working again.
Yeah, they both was doing that. They were both surviving those little moments.
Yeah, but it was a good fight. And it's like I don't think people want good fights. Some people just want to see public executions. They want to see Tank knock out 126, small dudes. They want to see Jamal Charlo knock out Dennis Hogan, who's really a 147 pounder. You want to see shit like that. You want to see Canelo Alvarez knock out some Turkish delight, knock him out, stop him on the stool. You want to see who else? Triple G beat up some dude named Dramata. Yeah. Y'all don't want to see good fights no more?
Seeing Prograis mollywop red catch too last night.
Oh, was it a victimization? Was it bad?
Yeah, he kind of fell to the ground. I don't know what happened. He said it was a low blow. When they showed the replay, he got hit on his side of his hip, and he was grabbing his balls and was screaming in the middle of the ring for 5 minutes. He wanted out. I think he wanted out. Yeah, man. He wanted out of that shit. He was getting his ass handed to him, man.
Bro, I got up in the morning, right? So I get up, I'm with my kids or whatever. So I log in, go to Twitter. And all people are talking about is Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh, yeah. He was
so I see the videos, and people were like, bro, one guy replied to me, bro, you got to see the video. This dude was either drunk, high,
yeah.
both.
He looked, yeah, I think he was probably both. There was definitely, I definitely sensed the hint of the gunja. I was like, this dude is tore up. He's like, I love you, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson.
Oh, God. So I go check the videos, right? And like I'm a light skinned dude, so I got some light skinned family members, but a couple of them drink. And when people with lighter skin tones drink a lot, they tend to get this red look about them. And Oscar had that exact sort of looked like he was blushing on his whole face. He looked flushed. His face, his eyes looked chinky.
Yep. They all did though. Everybody looked like they was messed up. Even L. Bernstein was taking shots.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like they just did not care. That Triller shit, they be getting towed up. I was like, that's it's crazy, man. But
Man,
you know,
I go look for videos, and this guy put together like all of Oscar's comments in the fights. So he was this is when they had Frank Mir versus Cruiserweight. What's his name? Steve Cunningham. And Oscar was like, "Oh, Steve Cunningham's physique. He's so ripped. He looks like a Adonis." I was like, "What the fuck is Oscar talking about?"
Well, they say they say, man, that you know, a drunk body speaks a silver tongue. So a silver tongue. So I mean, you know, it was probably just letting out how he really felt about motherfuckers.
Bro,
it was like something, and he was like, "But Mike Tyson, fuck that. I love Mike Tyson."
Oh.
I'm glad nobody brought up. Did anybody bring up Ryan Garcia?
No.
Good.
Man, I was like, man, what is this? Like, I'm going to like, even though I'm still going through the videos, like, yo, Oscar, really? No wonder the Zone didn't even want to do nothing with Oscar. No wonder.
Yeah.
Because apparently the rumor is that he's pissed off that the Zone didn't even entertain that shit, entertain his comeback fight.
Yeah. I guess not. There's a lot of people coming back. I heard on I think they did an interview. I caught some of the playback on that too with Chris Bird. He said he's coming back.
No, man. Yo, I saw Chris Bird. There was a video of Chris Bird. He was doing like shadow boxing or some shit. Chris Bird looks terrible.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he's lost a lot of weight. He looks terrible.
Yeah, they said that he lost a lot of weight. He said it's because of his eating. He said he used to eat. He had two shoulder replacements, 2 hip replacements.
Jesus.
And he said it came from his eating because he ate so much junk that he put on 50 pounds to be a heavyweight because no one wanted to pick him up after he won a silver medal to promote him. And then he became heavyweight champion, and then he tried to drop down to 175. He looked the worst he's ever looked, I thought. And then, but now he's saying he used to have chronic pains and stuff in his foot, and he's eating right. And he said the doctors couldn't help him, but now that he's eating right, it's all gone, and his hip is better now, and everything. His shoulders are fine, and he said he's actually at the weight that he used to be when he came out of the Olympics. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but he made it sound good.
Oh my God. Hold on. I'm gonna play something for you here. I'll play something for you. I want to say shout out first to Stuff for Free Me. Yo, this video might end up being snatched down by YouTube, by the way, because I'm gonna play some shit here from this guy who did the compilation of Oscar De La Hoya. Jesus Christ. Shout outs to Sucker Free Media for this.
Yeah, Mike Tyson, he's great. I love him.
Hold on. Let me look at this shit, bro.
Down till the end. All right, let's look at our tail of tape for our next fight. Come on, what is this? Oh, it's a tiny read. Oscar chances are Oscar's definitely high. I can tell you that. Oh, Snoop Dogg, I love you.
What gave him away?
I'm just a little hush puppy. You're a hush puppy in the Snoop Doggy world. I love Cunningham's physique. Look at. He looks like an Adonis. He looks like beautiful. He looks in shape. Hey, Al, I know you make him a mess. Al, I know you're a straight arrow guy, but how is it feeling high for the first time?
Well, I will say this is probably the first boxing broadcast on which I've gotten a contact.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to say it's
you have a cocktail. Yeah, so do I.
And it's the first one that actually got a contact.
Mario, what do you think, Mario? Hey, oh, baby, just go. Attack, baby. Attack like the golden boy. Let's go.
It looks like a matter of time.
Oscar's in rare form. I love it. Whoa, baby, I would have had this done in a second. In a second? You like that small ring, Oscar? I love this. Hey, I would fight in a phone booth if I can too. You gotta tell us. Do you like the? Who are you leaning towards? Can you tell me? I always fought the very best. Okay. There will not be an exception. I will fight the very best again. So you're looking more box?
Holy fuck.
Yeah, he's trashed. He's trashed. You got the beer muscles and everything.
No.
Fight anybody.
Let me say this. Oscar is fruity as fuck. And I don't have nothing against fruity people, but let me tell you the comments he made last night. One, he talked about how good Cunningham looked, right? As you just heard. Two, Red Cap, he had like, you know, his hair is always dyed. And he asked, does the drapes match the top? Meaning, does his pubic hair match his head? Why are we thinking about that? Three. The third thing he said was, while Jake Paul and Ben Askren were fighting, he was like, what if they just kissed? What if they kissed right now, guys? What if they kissed? Like, bro, your real tendencies are coming out while you're trash.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
God.
Yeah, man. Fishnets and black pantyhose out in this bitch. Yo, Triller over there doing some funny shit.
My guy Rafi Dawkins, Combat Radio, listening on his bike. Right? Hey, Rafi, peace to you, my brethren. One of the best on YouTube right now, man. You know, but Oscar De La Hoya, let me tell you something. I don't know. Listen, there's a reason why the zone said, "Hey, man, we're not even interested in your fight." We're not even going to entertain it. I think Oscar was pissed off because nobody from the zone came to his last fight, his last card. And I think the zone just like, man, what is the use that we have you? The reason why we picked up Golden Boy is for Canelo. We didn't pick you up because you man, please. Listen, man. Oscar De La Hoya has to get some help. That is not the place to be where there's a lot of alcohol and ganja and all of that for a guy who has substance abuse issues.
Yeah.
That's not where you need to be.
He's been to rehab. I've been to rehab and I'm better now. I'm sorry, y'all. That shit is hilarious, man. And Triller gave him the true potion and it all came out. He got exposed on Triller.
Whoa.
He exposed himself.
Tony said Oscar said, does the hair down below match the hair on top? What?
That was him that said that? I didn't even realize it. That was I remember hearing the comment and was like, and then they kind of just didn't go there. They were like, yeah, we're not gonna go there or whatever. But I didn't know who said it. I didn't know that was him commentating, man.
I'm pretty sure it was Oscar in both.
Wow. That's fucked up.
Like, how you gonna ask a bunch of grown men what if they
right?
And you talking about two grown men kissing? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that shit is all left field shit right there, man. That's where everybody just stopped talking and pause and shit. And just look at him and shit like, hold up, what the fuck are we doing here, man? All right, we get a little fucked up, but you on some other shit.
Yo, you know what it reminded me of? A long time ago, Fabulous had a birthday party with P. Diddy, and P. Diddy was like, why you don't come party with me?
Yes, I remember that shit.
Right now. No, you need a party with me. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, and Jadakiss looked mad uncomfortable. they all looked uncomfortable.
That's what Oscar did to that whole panel.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's
man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I don't know about this Triller shit, man. I don't know about this Triller shit. I mean, I guess it has its appeal, but I don't know about all this Triller stuff or whatever. Because I see Progre now complaining that they turn into a technical into some no contest or some weird shit. Because he's saying he wants his KO. Because he should be a KO.
It should be.
He faked the injury. He never got hit in the nuts. Like that shit was so fucking fake.
Yeah, he like actually didn't even connect the punch to his hip. It was like his forearm. Like it wasn't even nowhere near his nuts. You know what I'm saying?
And then his forearm didn't even really hit him. It was like his forearm connected with like the elbow of Red Cash, and like the back of his glove touched like his thigh. Like
it was nowhere near, man. The location was all fucked up. Like, and this dude was rolling around. You should have seen him. He was kicking his feet for 5 minutes, man. Carl.
Yeah,
for 5 minutes screaming. I'm glad the volume was down, because that's the one thing I don't like about their production when it comes to the fights, is the lighting is bad on the fight. It looks like dark and dim. And also you can't hear them come in. You just hear the announcers, like everything's really low. So if they trying to hype up everything, they playing music in between, the least they could do is fucking turn the music up when these guys come out. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to hear these gay ass commentators saying shit. You know, let these guys come out and do their thing, man. Because I know Andre came out to DMX or whatever, and I tried to turn my television up, and I'm like, damn, it's all the way up. Then when they started talking, I was like, holy shit, this shit's way too loud. So I don't know. They got to work on their production a little bit. No, that's a little off subject, but
yeah, I got you, man. Hey, you know, it's back to the Andre shit for a second. Because this Oscar stuff can go on for a while. I could talk about this all day. So let me just. That's what Dana White has said. They asked Dana White, what do you think about Oscar coming back? Dana's like, cocaine cheap. Cocaine cheap.
I'm surprised nobody said that shit.
Cocaine cheap. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I don't. If he comes back, man. I think he's trying to set up I don't know. I think he's just trying to pay DAZN back their money. Because I think he got that contract and he just doing anything he can. He pulling off anything he possibly can to make that fight happen.
He needs to start happen. Or something. He needs to start like sticking up dudes, robbing people on like in alleys or something, mugging people or something. Because
he's way behind, man. Because he's no longer the middleman. He got kicked out the whole system, and without Canelo, them contracts that he signed, he got to make all that shit up. I said that shit, man. I said that shit, y'all. I told y'all DAZN was looking to take Canelo before any of this shit happened. I told y'all, man. I was like, that they're gonna try to take that golden goose, man, and
they're gonna turn Oscar into a stick-up kid.
Yep, and I just didn't see the Oscar thing happening though. Like he like doing anything. Like as soon as he lost Canelo, you seen him start talking crazy and everything. Like he need that money. He gonna say anything and do anything to try to get that money up because the pressure is on. And like you said, cocaine's a hell of a drug, and that shit is expensive.
Well, he's probably gonna lose his other golden goose, Ryan Garcia, as well.
Oh no.
Huh?
If he loses Ryan, it's a wrap.
Well, I guarantee, because you got to think, man, Ryan and Canelo are super good friends. So Canelo probably going to put him on the same tip he was on once his contract runs out.
That's right.
And you got to understand, too, like, I understand Canelo because look at what Oscar's doing with Ryan. Like, he doesn't want them to fight anybody. He talked shit about his own fighters not to fight good opponents. He didn't want him to fight Luke Campbell. He didn't want him to fight Linares. Like, why the fuck is he even signed to him?
Yeah. He didn't want him to fight Kovalev either. He didn't want him to fight nobody. Well, they talk about when the other dude was when Canelo was with him, he didn't want him to fight Kovalev. He didn't want him to fight a lot of people, you know. And that's the thing. It's like he didn't want to make those fights happen, but then was trying to make some bullshit fights happen. I don't know what he was trying to do. I think he was high when he had them contracts signed, and when he was talking, he was like, "Yeah, we'll do it. It'll be great." was probably looted, man. Shit.
Man.
I don't know.
I want to happen. This is what I want to happen right now, because I want either Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia to get undisputed from TL. Okay, I want Andrade to get undisputed. I want Anthony Joshua to get undisputed, and I want Billy Joe Saunders to get undisputed.
Oh,
Hold on.
my God, Billy Joe Saunders. Oh.
Wait, let me tell you why. Because Eddie Hearn controls all of them, okay? I say Ryan because he's with the zone, but fuck Ryan. We'll say Devin. We'll just say Devin, right? Then what I want Eddie Hearn to do is make his fighters trash all the fucking belts, but the IBO belt, make the IBO belt the only legitimate belt so nobody can duck nobody no more.
That would be dope. That would be dope.
Tony, you remember last night I was saying that Eddie Hearn is cooking up some shit with the IBO? Little did I know, I go on an IFL interview and see Eddie Hearn there like, yeah, you know, the IBO is smart. You know, I like the IBO. I said, this motherfucker's up to something. You're sneaky dude. You're up to something.
He need to make the IBO belt the lineal belt. Like, that needs to be like, there needs to be one fucking belt that only matters. There's too many sanctioning bodies, too many people ducking people, too many people like Tank Davis going up to fight little champions to be considered 3 divisional champions when they win. It's just bullshit.
Yeah. That'll put all the sanctioning bodies in check too, because the IBO is ran by a computer or whatever. I think Angel was really serious about it. He was like, this is probably the best way to have it done, and the IBO is doing it correctly, believe it or not, the way that they just, you know, everybody just pushes the IBO, including myself at one point in time. And he was like, when he broke it down, I'm like, yeah, that's probably the route to go, because that's going to put it's going to put some standards, you know what I mean, on the fighters. It's going to put a standards on the rankings. It's going to put a standard on everything. It's going to add a little morale to what it is, you know what I mean? So now we're just not looking at a trinket. We're looking at some shit that's backing this trinket that makes this thing worth something. You know what I mean? Hold on. A lot of these belts are.
Let me play what Eddie Hearn had to say. The little snippet. It's just a couple of seconds. Just hold on.
One, two, kid.
What up?
What if they kiss right now? What if they kiss?
Oh,
wants every single belt, and that's IBO might not be considered a world title, but he wants every belt. Is that
it's hard, the IBO, you know, because I really like the IBO. IBO is a world championship, right? Let's get that clear. It's just not one of the main ones, and it's not one that fans or broadcasters sometimes associate with a genuine world championship. But it is a world championship. A bit like James Tennyson fighting. You know, you're not going to hear me screaming and shouting that James Tennyson's world champion, because I'm an old school fan who believe that the main 4 belts are those belts. But I respect the IBO. It's coming on strong, and they're a very credible organisation. So I don't think Canelo is going to be beating Plant, or if he beats Billy Joe and then looking at Gongora saying, oh, I must get the IBO. Yeah. It's generally a belt that comes with the unification fights because somebody else has it. So I think Gongora is a very good fighter. You know, another very convincing performance tonight. I want to see the rematch with that.
I like Gongora too. He's sharp.
Yo, Pearson looked like he didn't even want to be in that fight. Like, he just was getting beat up.
Yeah, well, he's sharp.
Pearson looked like a sparring partner.
Yeah. He was talking big shit too prior to the fight, just like all the other guys that was talking trash.
Man, he looked like a sparring partner that just walked into the gym for the first time. Like, that wasn't even sparring partner quality work.
But he was getting stung early on. You know what I mean? I think he underestimated dude's speed, his accuracy, and it was on. And then, it's just a matter of time. And then he tried to get off in the middle rounds, and then he got slept in the later rounds. I didn't think he was going to get slept either, but he did.
Well, yeah, if you don't put up some type of fucking offense, then eventually, I like Gongora, you're going to go nighty-night because he's just going to get more and more loose with his punches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like him, though. He's sharp.
At first, I think Gongora was saying, like, maybe this dude's playing possum. Maybe he's just waiting to see if I have power. And after a while, he realized, no. This guy just sucks. I'm punch him in the eye, and, he can fall down.
I think he just stung him. He just kept stinging him until he ain't had nothing left and then got him out of there, period. I think he was like, this is what you're going to deal with. I can hold the distance between us and you trying that ambush shit, but I can stick you when you're coming in and I can stick you when you're coming out. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying to get out of there. So, and that's what he was doing, man. And that left hand just couldn't miss. And that jab couldn't miss. That 1-2-1 he was throwing couldn't miss. I was like, this dude's in trouble, man.
Dr. Huda asked, did Pearson's eye injury warrant him stopping? Because that's what he claimed stopped the fight. His eye was hurt. He swole his eye up.
Yeah, worried about. This is how I look at it, okay? And I'm gonna just be honest. Like, as somebody who's been in the ring before, and I had the worst fight I ever had was so pretty much I fought a guy. I'm not gonna say his name. He was hopped up on PCP. We found out after the fight, and I ended up winning the fight. Barely got lucky because I just closed my eyes and swung for the fence and knocked him out. However, he broke my fucking ribs, but I kept fighting, right? Worst injury I've ever had in my life was broken ribs.
That's
and it
no
took
joke.
about 3 months to get over it. And even then it still hurt. But this is how I look at it. If you can walk, if you can move, there is no reason to give up. If you're doing it, especially on a professional level, like you have got to have, and I know like it's dumb whenever Deontay Wilder says, I'll go out on my shield, I'll die in there. But if you don't have that mentality, you don't belong in a fucking boxing ring.
Right.
I don't know. Pearson just kind of looked like he wanted out the fight for a while. He didn't even look like he wanted to be in the ring from the first round. And I don't know. That dude just, listen, man, don't fight no more. Just go pack boxes somewhere and dig ditches. Go be a dirt farmer somewhere, sir.
I agree. I think he wanted to be there up until he got punched in the face. The first punch he ate, he was like, because he was mad hyped. He was like, yeah, what? When he came in, y'all remember that shit? He came in, he was dancing. He was like, yeah, we gonna get this shit. He got cracked and was like, oh shit.
This a real fight.
This a real fight. Yep. This dude ain't just a nobody. You know what I mean? And he just kept getting popped, kept getting stung, put that man to sleep. And that's just the way it went, man. I feel that, was it Gongora? Is that his name?
Gongora, yeah.
Yeah, I like him. I like that guy. Yeah, he could fight, man. He's a boxer. He's a pure boxer puncher.
Very quick and very clean punches. Like they're very straight. Like a lot of times nowadays, you see guys with a lot of.
He very straight, and he's got long reach, and he can judge distance. That's dangerous. That's something that Andrade can do, but I think he likes to throw them bolo punches and take risks in there. But when he throws them down the pipe, he's just successful. But he just doesn't do it. He's always trying to entertain the crowd. And when people say that he's boring, I'm like, how? This dude literally taking chances he shouldn't even be taking to get these guys out of there.
Bro, I like watching Andre fight because I said earlier, Andre fights like how his personality is. A bit strange. Never quite sure how he gonna act after. Andre just in the ring and he looks like he's freestyling, but he's not freestyling sometimes. That shit, like Liam Williams, I think was Dominic Ingle said, and also Francis Warren. They were like, it doesn't look the same when it's like live. If you watch him on TV, you'll think he sucks, but when you see it live, nah, it's something different. Like Liam was saying, shit is different in the ring with him. Like it's not like watching tape when you're actually in the ring with him. And even Brian Rose, he was asked about Andre, and Brian Rose was just like, fighting Andre was so strange because it looks like he's in range, but he's not.
Right.
He's not in range. You know what I'm saying? It looks like you can hit him, but you can't.
Yeah. He looks real sloppy, but when you're in there, he's just kind of going with the flow. He's extremely athletic. His balance, people complain about his balance, but his balance is on. It's just his style makes it look kind of like Naseem Ahmed. His balance, the way he would just move his hips and he would lean back and forth. When he would get hit, it looked worse than what it really was because he was rolling with it. You know what I mean? And it's just a different style. And I think that comes with confidence and basically athleticism. I think the dude's extremely athletic. He's extremely talented. He got good speed, good power. I do feel that he's chinny, but I think he's smart about it. I think he's really smart about it because when Williams was catching him, they didn't look like really solid punches that he was getting caught with that hurt him. He just got clipped a little bit and it was like, and I don't know if Williams is heavy-handed or what, but he looked like really rocked. He did the right thing though. He knew when he was rocked. So, that's
you think
about
he's
it.
done at 160? You think he should move up? Because when they rehydrate, you can see Andrade is decisively bigger than people. He's a big guy.
I don't know. I don't know if he's that big a 160 pounder, to be honest with you. Because when he was standing with what was it, Bud and Danny, he was like, damn, you guys as big as me. And they were all at their natural weight. You know what I mean? This is between fights. So I don't know. I don't know if moving up is the best move for him. But I mean, everyone else seems to think that he's drained, but I never heard him complain about, having a hard time making weight. I think he could still probably make 154. But that's just my take on it. That's the way I see it. Everybody else may see it different.
I think he weighed in less than Liam Williams,
He did. He came in at 159.
Yeah, he weighed in less than Liam Williams. He came in lighter. Yeah, you might be right. What's up, Santos? How you doing, man? Well, man, ain't really much else for me to say on this Andrade topic. I think, as I was saying earlier, y'all fan bases who love Charlo and love Triple G, I think y'all doing boxing a disservice. Y'all need to stop cheering when your favorite fighter says they're not going to fight somebody. Their job is to fight, not to say no to fights. You're not going to tell me that I'm a champions. The only persons champion should be fighting, or other champions, or the mandatory. That's my opinion. Champion should only fight the mandatory or the other champion that's available. And y'all do the sport a disservice when you cheer on nonsense like, I'm not gonna fight Andrade. When Jamel and Jamal are talking about Andrade is blackballed. What y'all talking about?
Hey, calm.
Yeah.
That's the signs of fanboyism. The moment a guy who's a champion avoids to fight another champion and says, I'm not gonna fight you, and the fanboys say, yeah, he don't deserve to fight.
Yeah.
What has he done?
Yeah, what has he done?
You like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, yeah, that's a unification, man. Why are you justifying two fighters not fighting? That's just, you just want to see him lose, don't you? It's like, wow, you fanboying a dude that you think is gonna lose. Like, this is like your whole logic and your priorities are ass backwards. Like, I don't know, man. It's just another level of stupidity, man.
It's very strange to me. It's very odd that people sit there and cheer on their favorite fighter saying, I'm not gonna fight another guy. So basically, it's great when he knocks out Dennis Hogan. It's great when he fights Shop Warren Deverenchenko. It's great he gonna fight Juan Montiel. But what did Juan Montiel do to deserve the fight?
Nothing.
Santos in the house. What's up, man?
It's because,
what's up, brothers? What's up, man?
Going on, Andrew?
It's because they're man. It's because they're man fans and not fans of the sport of boxing. They like one boxer. That's it. They don't like boxing. They like that boxer. So that's why they cheer him.
Oh, hold on, Tony Reviews. Hey, look. I like multiple boxing. You know what I'm saying? David Benavidez. I mean, Canelo's on top. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's been, I'ma like him. You know what I'm saying? Screw and Doodoo Andre looked like Boo Boo. So yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Liam Williams, he came in there. He had the eye of the tiger. He took a couple punishments in the first round, but then he started pulling away in the sixth round. I had it for Liam Williams. No cap, on baby. They should have gave the fight to Liam Williams. Liam Williams was robbed. All y'all Doodoo Andre fans know this, and that performance was straight dumpster truck juice.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
How you do that? How you put the banner down there like that,
bro?
Oh baby,
On Big Baby. Not Anderson, but Miller. We got that crack, baby.
Hey, yo, y'all crazy, man. Who's this? We got Mango Juice. What's up, Iron Kong panel and chat? All the other champions don't care about the flaws Andre has, like fan extremists do. The champions see everything Andre does well. Exactly, Mango Juice. They don't see the flaws. The champions don't see the flaws. What they see is the shit that Andre can do that can beat them. You know what I'm saying? Mango Juice with the comment of the day.
Yeah. I agree. My thing with yesterday was frustrating with me about Andre was he wasn't stringing together his power shots. It looked like he'd give him a power shot and then he look at his work. I'm like, dog, stop looking at your fucking work. You hit him, then throw the next one right there. You should trying to throw 2 punches and make it sound like one. Like Mike Tyson said, throw fucking 2 punches and make that shit sound. It's rapid succession. He has the speed to do it. I guess he likes to sit back and watch his man be hurt. Yeah, I got it.
He admire his work. Yeah. And if he followed up them uppercuts with a hook that landed when he threw it, oh my God, he cut him as soon as he landed that hook. I was like,
you took the words right. I was screaming at the TV, throw a goddamn hook after the fucking uppercut. Damn.
Yep. I was like, damn, why don't you just hook off it? But he was admiring his work. That's a good point. He was, man. And that hook was nasty when he landed it. And when he did put punches together in succession, what you seen was Lamb Williams folding. Like he didn't know where he was. He didn't know what was going on. But then when he tried to finish him, he just get all Deontay Wilder-ish.
But the thing is too, Liam Williams is a fucking tank, bro. You gotta give it a time. Williams, he didn't come to lay down. He came to fucking really win that fight and take Andre head off, man. A couple times he had Andre really shook to his damn heels, man, falling back, almost getting knocked down. So a lot of Charlo, all these other guys, man, y'all gotta step up, man. Stop ducking. You're not gonna get the 7 million from before. Look, hey, there ain't no crowd, okay, but 2-3 million, take that fight, man. Stop playing.
Well, Santos, Eddie Hearn said multiple times, bro, I'll send Andre over to PBC. He'll take the money you gave Deverenchenko. Put it on pay-per-view. That's fine. That's a big pay-per-view. And they still saying no.
Yeah, he also said before the fight, he was like, I know this sounds odd, but I kind of want to see Andre get knocked down and get into a bang rock'em sock'em fight where he has a tough fight so that these guys will give him an opportunity. Because that's how a lot of these fighters move, man. When they start seeing a little weakness, they never step up to show the weakness. You know what I'm saying? They like bullies. They wait to see some weakness that someone else exposes, and then they try to jump in and go, yeah, I want that smoke. Like Danny tried to do with Earl Spence, and that shit backfired.
Crazy, right? Woodok says they're living vicariously through their hero, beta male cheerleaders. I'm telling you, man, like if you go on Twitter, you'll see some of and these are people who call themselves boxing channels, big boxing channels. Oh, Andre, whatever. It's like, hold on, Andre ain't fought nobody, but Triple G is putting himself into self-imposed inactivity until December 31st to get a fight. Y'all don't see nothing strange with that?
Triple G's been in quarantine longer than anybody on the history of Earth right now, man. You haven't seen Triple G at all since the pandemic happened. You haven't seen that motherfucker. He's in a bubble, literally.
Come on,
this dude don't talk. He don't do nothing. Like the zone. I'm not gonna lie. Triple G won the contract wars. He won. He did the Konami code, up, down, left, right, BA, and he got 30 lives. You know what I'm saying? He won. He did the Mortal Kombat blood code, ABA, CABB, and he won. He got, the man got a contract. He don't have to do shit. He can just bomb bash all the way through his entire contract. Don't have to fight nobody. Don't have to do nothing extra. And the broadcaster can't tell him shit. What?
Nobody can tell him shit.
The man is gonna fight in December 31st. Eddie Hearn is right. Fight Andre in the summer, unify, move on to Murata. You're 3-belt world champion.
I knew something was up with him when he got kicked out of Snack. How you get kicked out of something you pay for?
Yo, for real, right?
It's like, yeah, come on, guys. I'm not jumping over them fucking. I'm not jumping over them hurdles. Come on, man. Guys,
Victor Conte was like, you know what, guys? I don't like this guy. He's got sorry. So here's your money back. You want it in Kazakhstan ducats, or do you want it in USD or pounds, euros? Which one? Yeah. Here's the door. Don't let the doorknob hit you with the good Lord split you. Thank you.
Man, let me tell you something. This is crazy. Charlo fans. Charlo would stop Andre. Okay, well, Eddie Hearn has offered Andre to go over to PBC. He can stop him over there. Charlo don't have nothing to do.
$7 million, man.
I think Charlo can stop him if Andre keep leaning like he was last night. Shit, Charlo, because he was doing the same mistakes Lubin was doing against Mel. You know what I mean? That same little movement like that, backing up like that, having your head to the side. Oh man, he gonna get lights out all night.
But then that's what Mango Juice said. They don't. Charlo not seeing that he might do the leaning shit. What Charlo is seeing is that this motherfucker, he not really easy to hit like that, and he might catch me with some shit. And if I can't catch him when he's leaning, I might lose a 12-round decision.
Right, but that's the thing, though. It like what Mango said, like it's like if you're looking at the good things that he does, you know that he's really not a finisher. He's really not a finisher. So if I was Charlo, I'd be like, look, yeah, he might put me on my ass. It's possible, but if I hit him, I could finish him.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if he lean like that, I could make it a permanent lean. You know what I'm saying? I could give him that gangster lean and just make him lean back and fall on his back and not get up. So but he's not looking at it like that. And he hasn't been when he gets dropped. Oh, he got dropped by this dude 100 years ago and he did this. He don't deserve to fight. It's like, what are you talking about, man? Like, do you not believe in yourself as much as your fanboys believe in you? Like, bro. Even the fanboys is corny. They don't even believe in their fighter.
No problem, Tony. Tony said his phone died. No problem, Tony. You have a good day, bro. But hey, I'm just saying, like, as you said, like, I mean, I wish Charlo would fulfill the dreams of their fanboy. Like, I used to hope Deontay Wilder would fulfill the dreams of his fanboys. Man, Deontay Wilder would knock out Anthony Joshua. He'd take his head off. He'll do this. He'll do that. But for some reason, I don't think Deontay want to believe that. If you really, like, people are saying, oh, if Al says no, Charlo can't fight, whatever. Well, that's a problem. That means you as the fighter, you're still at fault because the fighter is supposed to be the boss. And if you're hiding behind your promoter, that's worse. Because you're supposed to tell your promoter, hey, I don't want to fight these dudes no more. Get me this dude. Get me this guy. So I don't want to hear all of that about, oh, Al Heyman is the one. See, y'all want to blame Al Heyman one time and then blame the fighter the other time. Listen, man. The fighter is the one who says what they want to do. Charlo is the one who comes on social media and talks all this big shit. So Charlo is the one I'm gonna blame. Triple G, when asked, that's before he fought, was it Steve Rolls? Steve Rolls. Somebody asked him, what about Andre? Oh, well, of course, he spoke in his language and got it translated. Oh, I'm going to pick good fights, whether there's a belt attached to it or not. I have to be wiser in my career. Man, shut up. That's you just ducking, all right? And Triple G fans, I think Triple G fans are worse than Charlo fans, personally. Triple G has some real zealots.
He still got fans?
What? Man.
I haven't ran into any lately.
They're undercover though, because they come off like they're professional boxing pundits on YouTube. Yeah, man, but Triple G don't have to fight Andre. Andre, who's Andre? Who's Andre? Who the fuck is Steve Rolls?
Who is Triple G right now?
Nobody.
Last time he been in a competitive fight, and when he was in a competitive fight, what a good competitor, everyone thought he lost.
They asked Dom Ingle and John David Jackson, about Andre versus the next champions, and both of them said Andre would beat Triple G hands down. They said Charlo will be the tougher test, but both of them said Andre beats Triple G.
You can't be admiring his work though.
You can't.
Not if he's fighting Triple G, because them punches ain't gonna have the same effect. I don't think. He got to put them together.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so then just fight Andre in the summer, knock him out. I think that would take a gigantic load off of Eddie Hearn's shoulders if you knock Andre out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know what else is? I think Andre fights to the level of his competition. So I think that it would bring the best out of Andre, honestly, to fight a big name guy, because I think he may put it all together. You know what I'm saying?
I think so. But for you to say, was it Santos or who said that? Was it you who said that people thought it was that Liam Williams won the fight? Man, please.
Wow, it was me.
Yeah, some people thought that. Yeah, some people thought
they said it was a robbery.
It was a robbery. Yeah.
The fucking robbery.
Yeah, they said it was a robbery. I was like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. That shit was a fucking. I had it a fucking split decision. I had it, I had an 8-4. I had an 8-4. So yeah, you majority decision. You do whatever. But Liam Williams got some rounds in. You might say you had maybe 1 or 2 swing rounds, maybe if that. But really 1 swing round. But for the most part, Andre won like 8 rounds easily. You know what I mean? But right now we got a fucking Triple G fan right now just crying and shit. Right now. Oh, you know who it is. Shawnee Newton. Making the case for the fucking 35, 50 minute live just on one boxer. Get out of here, man.
Get out of here. Mango Juice says Andre admires his work because it might be another 14 months.
He admires his work because you usually don't have an audience. You're like, oh, that's good. He got clapped for himself.
Oh God. Bro.
Nah, but y'all should listen into the shit he's saying. I can hear his case, but other than that, man, Triple G's a fucking duck, man. And he's just over here crying and making a damn case for him. Get out of here.
What's the case he's making?
All that, he's not ducking and what have the other, the same thing we talk. What have the other champions done? Or you can't.
Oh my God.
From this guy. He beat Lemieux, he beat this guy. I'm like, man, get out of here, dude.
Yeah, I could agree with him in the beginning of Triple G's career. Yeah, I could agree with him in Triple G's career early that he was kind of being ducked. But now, man, Kong hit it on the head. This dude signed the right contracts, made the right thing, broke out the Contra cheat code, and was like, look, I ain't fighting nobody until I get that fucking Canelo fight. Sign with the Zone. That's all he doing. He waiting on that Canelo fight, that third one. And the worst part about it is he waiting on an ass whooping.
Exactly. He's like, look, man, I'm saving my chin.
He thinks he wants it.
Until Canelo decides to give me my pension fund and send me on my way. Fuck, yo.
He thinks he wants it, but I think it's going to go all the way left if he gets back in the ring with it, man.
Canelo is wrong like that.
He's just getting old.
Him originally when it was a unification fight.
He's just talking about all the people that ducked Triple G. I'm like, man, please, dude.
That was years
ago. You talking about Cotto ducked him. I'm like, you talking about shit that happened damn near fucking 6 years ago. Get the fuck out of here, yo. Sean is bugging.
He talk about shit he talk about fossils.
Man, I'm gonna
go on his channel and debate him, but I'm not gonna debate him. It'd be a waste of my time. It's like talking to a fucking brick wall with Sean.
Man, get out of here, man. Triple G's ducking, man. Stop. Okay? Stop. This man's fighting Steve Rolls and Zramata. He lost against Deverenchenko. Stop. Okay? Andrade would punch him in the mouth just like he did Liam Williams and run away for the rest of the fight because Triple G can't chase him. Triple G has less legs than Liam Williams. He's not gonna chase him.
Right.
Absolutely. He has less legs. He can't move nowhere now. Triple G has never been no spry guy moving. He's a power guy.
Yeah, he's a power guy, but you know what? I think it probably wouldn't be. I think it'd be a competitive fight though, because Triple G likes to catch you on the end of the punches, and Andre likes to back up in straight lines, and that's how Triple G gets off his biggest shots is when you try to back out. But if you standing in the pocket, just avoiding, slipping side to side, and moving side to side movement, you're good. But when he try that lean down shit, he might get caught with some nasty shit too.
Well, 1-2 kid, what I want you to do.
Well, he don't believe it.
I want you to go find Triple G, find Tom Loeffler and these people. And I want you to tell them exactly that. Say, look, man, Andre backs up in straight line. Knock him out.
But why can't they see that? They professionals.
Mango Juice said they don't see the flaws. They see the shit he does well. And they don't want that.
They don't want it.
Yeah.
They don't want it, man. And that's what it is.
Because all these guys are scared to death that they're gonna get caught with something crazy whilst getting outboxed.
Outboxed, exactly.
We already know Andre can fucking outbox motherfuckers, man. He can outbox the best boxers out there.
It might be worse when somebody turns it into like an ugly chicken fight for 12 rounds. And you can't catch this dude. You get Liam Williams hit Andre with a double leg takedown last night because he couldn't catch him. So he body slammed him. I was like, yo.
Headbutt him a couple times too.
It's got to be frustrating.
Fighting a little dirty.
Yeah, he was fighting dirty last night. It's got to be frustrating fighting someone. Like Brian Rose said, when you're in the ring with him, you think he's in range. He's not. So it's frustrating. Like Liam said after the fight, like I caught him, but by the time I turn around to try and capitalize, he's gone. So that shit has to be. So when you finally catch him, you try to do dirty shit. Like you saw Andre said, like I think Liam poked him in the eye or some shit. Like
he was like, you stop that cheating shit. Trying to take my eye out.
Andre is good at having his feet to set at a certain angle to where his forward knee is more forward from his lead elbow, right? So you thinking you can catch contact when Perry is shot. All he does is lean back and then shifts his feet to either the left or the right or straight back, and then all of a sudden you're in his wheelhouse. You know what I'm saying? But he's not in your wheelhouse. You understand what I'm saying? Like he's in a range to where he's got you in an awkward position. You done leaned in, thinking that you can get to his body. Now you're exposed. That's when he catches you with a crazy haymaker to the body, to the ribs, to the chin. That's why he's catching Williams all night with that uppercut. He kept on having him lean and boom. Oh, you thought that was my body? No, that's just my knee and my feet right there, my lead foot. Oh, I got you. He was getting caught all night.
Andre, Mango Juice said Andre almost went Holyfield and Liam Williams poked him in the eye. Yeah. Liam was like hit him with the shoulder. That's what made Bradis and Glowacki turn into a fiasco that day because Glowacki was doing a lot of dirty shit. And Bradis just got pissed off and hit him with the elbow. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, let me tell you something. For you fanboys, Sean Newton, all you people, I wish your favorite fighter believed in themselves like how you believe in them. I wish Deontay would have believed in himself like how some of y'all believed in him. Because we would have had much more fights. But I do not believe these guys believe in themselves. I'm not going to say they're scared. What I'm going to say is that they're not confident that I can. Who was it? Who said it last night? That they're waiting for Andre to get older and his legs to completely go.
Yep. Athleticism to go first. Yep.
They want that because he's not a power guy, so it's not like you got to worry about that. But if his legs go, okay, I can fight him now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, yo, you passing up a decent payday, a nice, easy guy supposedly that you're saying on your record. You know what I mean? And a title. What's the point?
They want to be 35. catch him at 35. Yeah, that's going downhill.
Yeah, that's about right. You know what I'm saying? That's unfortunate. We're being robbed of possibly 3 great fights because you have one guy who has the cheat code and the other guy who has the built-in excuse of wrong side of the street. Andre too small. He chinny. He this. Okay. Man, look.
And that's the thing, man. It's like, yo, you cross the street. Yo, Eddie Hearn and Andre crossed the street, said, yo, we'll do it on here. We'll offer you $7 million. Nah, you're on the other side of the street. They crossed the street. He ain't get off the porch. He went in the house and it called his mans and was like, yo, they out here. What we going to do? Just don't open the door.
Just don't open the door.
Just don't, when they knock, don't open the door.
So Andre's downstairs knocking. You run upstairs to the attic and say, call out.
Hell, what we going to do?
Fuck out of here, man. No, I know boxing is really a shame. Like these fanboys are killing this sport. No wonder people want to see coked up Oscar De La Hoya over a Triller talking about a man's physique.
Yes. What did he say? He said he was like, hey, he needs to hit the balloon, get the air out of the balloon. Hey, pass me the balloon in the Quaalude.
Yeah, man. And you know, I didn't realize that was him talking. You know what I mean? I really didn't, and because I was on and off of that shit. But man, that's worse than Lennox Lewis. And Lennox Lewis is one of the worst commentators in boxing in my. You got 2 guys in there, and they're wearing gloves. One's gonna win. One must win, and it's like it can go to decision. He'd be like, exactly. Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
He kept saying, he was like, hey, yeah, that's Frank Mir, USAA, baby. He's going to get him, baby. Yeah, watch it. Look, the feint and the right hand. He's open for it all night. Cunningham's got it. Wait, Cunningham doesn't have a jaw. No, man, he doesn't have a jaw. He got up from Tyson Fury's knockdown, bro. He doesn't have a jaw. Fuck what you say. Pass me that blunt, Snoop.
Yeah, man. Dude, stoned and gay as all shit. Yeah, it's Christmas light. Like,
yo, they would have had him all day longer, man. They put it past him to Kavasi. He would have fucking robbed that one girl that was dancing with 2 short of his fishnets. Like, come here, baby. I need to borrow that.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad.
Anyway, man, I'm gonna shut this down, bro.
All right, cool. Thanks for having me on, man. All right, Angel. Tony Reviews. Peace, y'all. Peace, panel.
All right, bro.
Peace. If any of y'all go live, I'll jump on and listen. All right. Hey, peace to everybody in the chat. Y'all have a good Sunday, man. You know, take care of yourselves. Thank you, Tony, for coming on. Mango Juice. Rudak was on with me. Rafi was riding his bike today. Toby Bartlett, you know, listening for a little while. Boxing God was on with me. The Boxing Lounge was here with me. I appreciate everybody for coming through and giving me a minute of y'all time. If possible, could y'all please like? If you feel like it, hit the share button. Leave a comment in the comment section of the playback. And I want to tell Triple G and Charlo, stop ducking. Y'all are killing this sport. This man said he'll come to PBC and fight you. Triple G is putting himself in the self-imposed inactivity. I've never seen a fighter choose to be inactive on his way to another fight. I've never seen that. It's ridiculous. Y'all are killing the sport. Peace out. Have a nice day.